Hello Nigeria, hello Africa, hello the rest of the world. Once again, this is your boy, Dr. 96, aka The Realist. It is my pumping pleasure to be on here today to discuss another very vital, serious and cogent issue currently going on in our country, Nigeria. Today, I just want to make a brief reflection on the activities of law enforcement agencies on peaceful protesters on the 5th of August, those who are clamoring for better Nigeria in the name of revolution now. I think in every democracy, the masses, they have the rights, unalienated rights to peaceful protests. As long as the protest is peaceful, no law enforcement agency has the power or the privilege to maltreat them. Even during the wars of military regime in Nigeria, people are entitled to peaceful protest. I could remember the time of Sani Abacha, during the time of Babangida, there were protests. The military never used their military veto on protesters as we are currently seeing under democracy government led by Muhammadu Buhari. I think something has to be done. We can't continue in this era of impunity, disrespect, and lack of value for human dignity. Even if the military or the law enforcement agencies were not properly trained, their leaders should have given them the right instruction on what to do to protesters. Though the presence of law enforcement agencies are welcome during the protest, but their job and their mission should be simply to protect and to guide the protesters from going against the recommended law and order for protests. There should not be in a protest ground to humiliate and to reduce protesters who are protesting peacefully and demanding the government to provide governance that is meant to be in the 21st century to the citizen. Why should anyone who is voicing his or her voice out peacefully should be molested in a decent democracy, in a decent country? I think we all need to see this as a collective slaps on our face. We should not allow this unruly and unfocused leader to destroy our future. Now, the past has been destroyed by these political powers, by this political set of people who have hijacked power right from the independence of Nigeria. The same set of people, the same set of family have been in power for more than 60 years now, and we are saying enough is enough. So for people to protest so that our future and the future of our children, our unborn children, should not be destroyed, should not be compromised, we should be respected for this, and no one should deny us access to voice out our voice. They said democracy is a government of the people, made by the people, and for the people. In every definition and in every analysis of democracy, people comes first, not the government. The masses, the people, they voted through their franchise. Though what we are practicing in Nigeria is not election, it is purely selection. It is the people who have the highest monopoly of violence becomes the leader in Nigeria, and the status quo has to be changed. Nigerian government should Nigerian government should stop hiding under the name of revolution to start molesting, abusing the rights, the fundamental right of the citizen. So it is very, very important that the government should acknowledge the rights of Nigerian citizens, irrespective of age and gender or geographical location. We are all Nigerians. No one is more Nigerian than the other. As a result of this, we should do what is right and what is just. Even if Buhari is too old to understand that revolution doesn't necessarily mean bearing of arms against the government. Rather, the millennial meaning of revolution is to do things right and accordingly. If Buhari doesn't understand this because of his age, I think people who knows better, who are in his cabinet, should be able to advise him of what to do. That it is very imperative, it is very important, and it is very cogent to respect the right of Nigerians to peaceful protest. I expected the vice president the vice president who is a professor of law, a senior advocate of Nigeria in person of Yemi Osinbajo, to tell Buhari to do the right thing. If rights of Nigerians are being abused, I think it is very important on the part of the vice president, who is a legal practitioner, who is a legal luminary, at least to view his voice. And secondly, one of the Buhari personal advisor, who happened to be a pastor. As I was saying, one of the Buhari's personal advisors, in person of Femi Adesina, who happens to be a pastor before, I think he should know better. He should know better and he should understand better. Even Christianity as a religion allow people to exercise their rights. I'm surprised that a pastor is supporting and corroborating the action of a government that is abusing the rights of the masses. It is so disgusting and embarrassing to hear from a pastor's mouth that what people are doing by clamoring for a better change in governance, he called it a child's play. I don't blame him. Power, position, money has blocked his vision. The position he's occupying today has blocked his memory. I think he could not reason very well again because of arrogancy. We don't need arrogant leaders, and I want them to understand. Someone like Femi Adesina, that position you are occupying today, people have occupied it yesterday, day before yesterday, and tomorrow you are not going to be there. How do you face Nigerians? And whatever a man does, according to law of karma, there's always an equal reward. You are going to reap the fruits of your wickedness, whether you like it or not. Take a cue from the likes of Babangida, who is on a wheelchair today. I'm not rejoicing over his predicament, but that is called karma. And the Bible clearly stated it. The Bible emphasizes it that whatever a man soweth, he reaps. You are going to reap the fruits of your evil seed you are sowing today by not advising Buhari properly, by not advising Buhari to respect the yearning and aspiration of Nigerians. The excess of protest, the excess of opposition is to challenge the incumbent government to do the right thing. In a decent democracy across the world, when the opposition points on the lapses of the incumbent government, it is imperative on the government to work on those criticism to improve and ameliorate situation for better governance. Why is it in Nigeria it is now difficult for people to voice their view under democracy? What are we practicing? Are we truly practicing democracy? Is this how democracy is being practiced in those countries that we copy democracy from? In Britain today, in America today, people are free to voice out their opinion, and the governments work on the opinion and request of the people for good governance. Buhari doesn't just come to power, people voted him. Even if the election was rigged, people still vote. People voted, and the right of people should be respected. Moreover, I would like to use this golden opportunity again to reflect on the forthcoming election in Edo State. I want to use this junction to clearly admonish and advise people of Edo State not to allow what happened in Lagos State to repeat itself. The evil people get away with their evil not just because they are very smart or they possess a special skill or strategy. It's just because the right people refuse to say anything. It's just because the good people refuse to take action. When people keep silence, then evil will continue to thrive and prosper. But as soon as the good people stand on their feet to raise their voices collectively against evil practices, then evil will be defeated and evil will be perished. Who is Adams Oshiomhole? How can only one individual control the governance of an entire state? How? In a state that is full of professors, there are a lot of highly educated people in Edo State. There are a lot of great-minded people in Edo State. Then should we allow one miscreant, one idiot, all in the name of politics, to dictate who the next governor of a state should be? If we allow this to take place, then it will repeat itself in future. That is the reason we have to stop the status quo in Nigeria. The politics of godfatherism has to be stopped. Every Nigerian above 18 years has just one vote by virtue of franchise. Then how could just ordinary one individual be allowed to manipulate, to dictate who the next governor of a state should be? We all know Adam Oshiomhole, right from when he was the Labour chairman, Nigerian Labour Congress chairman, when he was the president, when he was in Nigeria Textile. Adams Oshiomhole is known of compromises. He will raise the expectation of the Nigerians' labor, and at the end of the day, he will compromise. None of the protests, I bet anyone to contest my statement, none of the protests led by Adams Oshiomhole when he was Labour chairman has a clear and fruitful ended. He always compromised. It's a green snake under the green grass. It's a chameleon. It's a selfish, parochial, stupid person. because he speaks in rhetoric, outdated English. People believe he's working for the people. Adams Oshiomhole was a governor when I was in Edo State as a youth corps. What was his achievement? He's only known to fool around with young girls. He's a very selfish individual, very stingy and very stupid, very greedy. Today, Edo State has been hijacked by criminals. Someone like Kabaka will be having a voice just because he's a criminal, he's a killer. What I want to tell people is that nobody has a monopoly of violence. The touts, they don't have the monopoly of violence. A lot of educated Nigerians too are very rugged, but we are rugged in a decent way. But I know a time will come that Nigerians will rise and say no to this nonsense. There is expiration period for everything in life. And they said the best way to make people revolt is to continue to keep them aground. For how long are Nigerians going to remain in this impoverished condition? Nigeria is considered to be the capital. Nigeria is considered to be the world capital of poverty under the watch of President Buhari. The entire Nigerians, most especially the Southerners, we all make mistake because we expected a better governance. It's not as if Goodluck Jonathan was not doing well, but it's because a lot of people consider him to being weak. He was not the one who committed crime, but he allowed, because of his flexibility, because of his gentle nature, he allowed people in his cabinet to engage in massive corruption. That was when Nigeria thought that at least a stronger person need to mount the affairs of leadership in Nigeria. That was how Nigeria mistakenly elected Buhari in 2015. But I'm sure in 2019, Nigerians were clear enough to see that Buhari has nothing to offer. Governance of being a president of a country as big and huge as Nigeria, with multicultural ethnic groups, demand a president that has a strong mental acumen and mental prowess. We don't need a dullard. We don't need a man who could not even boast of his secondary school certificate to pilot our affairs. Where will Buhari take us to? 5 years down the line, and Nigeria is draining. Nigeria is going down the slope. Should we continue like this? And people came out peacefully on the 5th of August 2020 to demand that the government do the right thing. And our law enforcement agencies are brutalizing, molesting, degrading, and dehumanizing people. I believe those police officers, those military personnel, they are so stupid, because recently I watched when Nigerian military police wife, when they were complaining that the bandits, the Boko Haram, are killing their husband because Nigerian government is not providing enough ammunition for them to fight the bandits. Now, this same set of military personnel, they are not defending the government. What kind of order are you taking? Are you taking order to destroy the future of your children? Nigerian situation is far beyond ethnicity, is far beyond religious bigotry, is far beyond regional conspiracy. We all need to come as one and fight this oppression. A lot of Nigerians are suffering abroad, and millions of Nigerians are suffering back home. A lot of Nigerians in diaspora, they wish they have a country to return to. But because of the fear of unknown, because of the fear of the system that has nothing to offer, they couldn't come back home. On daily basis, we are taking the pain. We are being considered as an inferior human being outside. And the only country that we can boast of where we feel we have full rights and we have full value and respect as human beings. Now, look at the way they are treating us. People are not bearing harm. This government that is operating a double standard today, bandits, Boko Haram, who have killed thousands of Nigerians, who have displaced millions of Nigerians, they are now clothing them in big rope, giving them scholarship, reintegrating them, absorbing them into the system. But peaceful Nigerians who are demanding for what is rightfully belong to them as a citizen of Nigeria, they are being molested, they are being bastardized, they are being brutalized. It sits until all Nigerians bear arms before the government could listen to them. We need to do something urgently, and we need to address the situation. The who and who in Nigeria, the Hobas, the religious leaders, the ethnic leaders, the political leaders that remain silent, know that you will not go out of this world unpunished. Because this is a collective struggle. We cannot continue to be in slavery. Many Nigerians are slaves today outside Nigeria. And we don't want our children and our children's children to inherit slavery. So we want a country that we can be proud of. We want a country that will deliver the expectation of the citizen. We want a country that the citizen will be so proud to call home. This is just my contribution today. I remain your humble boy, Dr. 96, aka The Realist. Let us be real in all our endeavors. Let us be real, because in being real, that is the only way we enjoy life to the fullest. We should not be suffering and smiling in Nigeria. We should express our anger and dissatisfaction and agony to the present government that they are not leading us anywhere, and the status quo needs to change. God bless you till I come your way another day. Peace and love. Bye for now.